Have you ever wondered why so many older adults wake up at 300 a.m. and can't seem to fall back asleep? You might lie there in the quiet darkness, staring at the ceiling, wondering what's wrong with your body or your mind. The truth is, this is more common than you think, and it's not just a random habit or a result of getting older. In this video, we're exploring 5 powerful reasons why people tend to wake up around 300 a.m. as they age, and what those early morning wake-ups may be trying to tell you. Each reason reveals something deeper about your body, your health, and your life experience. By the end of this video, you may see your sleep in a whole new light. These aren't just surface-level explanations either. They're rooted in real physiology, psychology, and the rhythms of aging that most people aren't even aware of. We'll talk about changes in hormones, sleep patterns, health challenges, and even emotional and social influences that could be quietly working behind the scenes. And we'll do it in a way that's honest, empowering, and deeply respectful of the life you've lived so far. So if you've ever found yourself waking up around 300 a.m. and asking, "Why now?" you're in the right place. Stay tuned until the end, because what you learn here might not only help you sleep better, it could help you better understand and appreciate what your body is going through. Number 1, reduced melatonin production. One of the first reasons we wake up early is linked to something as natural as the setting sun itself, our hormone melatonin. Melatonin is often called the sleep hormone because it helps regulate our sleep-wake cycle, acting as an internal timekeeper. When we're young, our bodies produce a robust amount of melatonin each night, inviting us into a long, uninterrupted, deep sleep. However, as we age, our body's production of this vital hormone naturally declines. This doesn't mean our body is failing, it's simply adapting to the changes that come with experience. This gradual shift in melatonin levels is a gentle reminder of the natural cycle of life. Just as the sun sets each evening, our inner rhythms evolve gracefully over time, embracing every stage of our journey with quiet wisdom and acceptance. For example, consider Harold, a kind gentleman in his early 70s. Harold always prided himself on being a good sleeper, but lately he found himself awake around 3:15 a.m. It wasn't that he was troubled or restless. He was simply wide awake, alert, as if his body was gently nudging him to begin a new day. He learned that this sudden wakefulness was linked to reduced melatonin production. Harold made some thoughtful changes to his routine. He dimmed the lights in his bedroom, turned off screens at least an hour before bed, and even started taking a leisurely evening walk. With these small adjustments, he was able to embrace his body's new rhythm instead of fighting against it. Harold also discovered that by reconnecting with nature and cherishing the tranquility of evening twilight, he fostered a deeper sense of calm and acceptance in his nightly routine, rejuvenating both his body and spirit. It's helpful to know that even tiny amounts of light, like a street lamp sneaking through the window or a blinking clock, can suppress our melatonin further. As our sensitivity increases with age, our environment plays a big role in how deeply we sleep. Research suggests that nearly 40% of older adults notice changes in their sleep quality, often related to this hormonal shift. This gentle reminder to create a peaceful, dark sanctuary at night encourages us to honor our evolving needs with kindness and care. Adjusting our surroundings can transform sleep into a restorative, nurturing ritual that enhances overall well-being, enabling us to rest soundly and wake with the calm assurance that each new day brings its own promise of hope. Have you ever remembered a time when you had to adjust a habit, maybe turning down the lights or closing the curtains, to help you rest better? Number 2, shifted sleep cycle and advanced sleep phase. Let's move on to another natural change that many of us experience with time, our sleep cycle shifting forward. Our internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, gradually moves ahead as we age, which means that our bedtimes and wake-up times begin to shift earlier. This subtle evolution brings with it a unique rhythm that influences our overall mood and energy, reminding us that our bodies are in constant conversation with time itself. This phenomenon, known as the advanced sleep phase, means you might find yourself drifting off much earlier in the evening and waking up naturally in the early hours of the morning, allowing you a moment of peace before the new day unfolds. Charles, a retired 68-year-old fellow with a cheerful smile, shared his experience with us in a very heartwarming way. Charles had a daily routine that was very much in tune with the rhythm of his past life, a routine that had served him well for decades. He would enjoy a delightful dinner at 5:30 p.m., relax with a bit of television accompanied by his favorite snacks, and soon after be fast asleep by 9:00 p.m. Over time, he noticed that his body was waking him up naturally around 3:00 a.m., fully rested and quietly enthusiastic about greeting the sunrise. For him, this wasn't a sign of insomnia or a broken sleep pattern. It was simply his body's gentle reminder that it had completed its cycle, a testament to the natural order of life that accompanies aging. This advanced sleep phase is perfectly natural and isn't a problem unless it disrupts your daily activities or leaves you feeling continually tired. It's all part of the organic process of aging, one of those life lessons from the elderly that teaches us to cherish our biological rhythms. Our external environment, such as the soothing absence of alarms or the calm that accompanies a quiet, retired lifestyle, can amplify this shift. When we no longer have the constant demands of a busy work schedule, those quiet inner signals telling us to wind down begin to appear much earlier, inviting us to enjoy a deeper connection with our natural pace. This process allows us to find beauty in the quiet moments of solitude and reflection, offering a chance to savor life at a gentler tempo. Statistics indicate that as much as 30% of older adults experience a notable shift in their sleep patterns, resulting in earlier bedtimes and earlier awakenings. This fascinating statistic speaks to the universal nature of our evolution over time, connecting us through shared experiences and common challenges. It's all part of our natural evolution, a process that reminds us that every phase of life has its own unique beauty and rhythm. Embracing these changes, we learn to appreciate the wisdom that comes with each passing year. In understanding and accepting this advanced sleep phase, we honor life lessons from the elderly by recognizing that our shifting sleep patterns are not setbacks, but symbols of the graceful continuum of life that deepens our connection to every new sunrise. Do you recall a time when you felt so in sync with the world's natural rhythms that your body almost seemed to know when it was time to wake up and start a new day? If you're still here, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If today's message touched something true in your life, just comment number 2 so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss what's next. This channel is a gentle space where experience matters, kindness is shared, and growing older means something. I'm truly grateful you're here. Number 3. Physical discomfort and health-related interruptions. Our bodies carry stories, and sometimes those stories include physical discomforts that quietly interfere with our sleep. As the years pass, conditions like arthritis, acid reflux, and other chronic issues can become more prevalent. These gentle but persistent reminders of our bodily changes can be enough to stir us awake in the middle of the night. In many ways, these signals tell us that our bodies are evolving and adapting, urging us to listen with compassion. They remind us to honor our experiences while gently prompting us to care for our health with mindful adjustments and loving attention. Take Eleanor, for instance, a spirited 76-year-old woman who had always been a light sleeper. Over the past year, she began waking up consistently around 3:30 a.m. After much thought, Eleanor realized that one of the medications she was taking for her blood pressure was causing side effects, such as increased urination and a slight drop in body temperature. She consulted her doctor, and with some careful adjustments to her medication schedule, along with a few lifestyle tweaks, she found relief. Eleanor's experience is a powerful reminder that physical discomforts or health interruptions, like the urge to urinate frequently due to a less elastic bladder, are part of the natural aging process. Her journey underlines the importance of open communication with healthcare providers and encourages us to make those small, thoughtful changes that can enhance comfort and well-being as we age gracefully. It's also worth noting that even simple conditions such as dry mouth, muscle cramps, or even a slight change in the room's temperature can contribute to those early awakenings. Researchers have found that almost 35% of seniors report sleep disruptions due to chronic pain or discomfort. These wake-ups, though seemingly inconvenient, are signals that help us pay closer attention to our overall health. They serve as gentle reminders that our bodies need nurturing care and periodic adjustments in our routines. By responding to these subtle cues, we can create a more comfortable environment that supports restorative sleep and fosters lasting well-being throughout our later years. As you reflect on your own experiences, have you ever thought about a time when a small physical discomfort or even a particular medication changed the course of your sleep, urging you to adjust your nightly routine? Number 4. Lifestyle habits that shift your sleep rhythm. Our daily routines, habits, and lifestyles often evolve with time, and these changes can have a direct impact on our sleep patterns. Many of us find that as we enter our later years, our days become calmer and our evenings quieter. Early dinners, reduced physical activity, and fewer social obligations can gently nudge our bodies toward an earlier sleep time. As our lives settle into a peaceful rhythm, we notice that our internal signals adjust naturally, inviting us to honor a slower pace. In this serene phase, every small change in our routine becomes a conscious celebration of our well-being, opening up opportunities for deeper rest and meaningful connections with our inner selves. Walter, a 74-year-old retiree with a heart full of stories, noticed that his entire day had shifted in subtle but profound ways. He began having supper at 5:00 p.m., and would often unwind with a short television program before heading to bed. Before he knew it, his body was falling asleep well before 9:00 p.m., as if his internal clock had been gently reset over time. Consequently, his sleep ended abruptly around 3:00 a.m., long before the rest of the world began to stir. Realizing the quiet wisdom of his body's change, Walter embraced his new schedule, experimenting with small adjustments like taking a brisk walk in the afternoon and reading in a well-lit space during the evening. These thoughtful modifications allowed him to shift his sleep window, thereby aligning his nights more closely with his personal needs and cherished moments of tranquility. This isn't just about losing sleep, it's about living in harmony with your body's natural tendencies. Our lifestyle choices, such as meal timing, caffeine intake, and even the level of daytime activity, are intricately intertwined with our sleep quality and overall well-being. By consciously crafting our daily routines, we create an environment where our bodies feel nurtured and respected. Studies have shown that older adults who maintain regular daily activities and stay socially engaged tend to experience better sleep quality, reflecting a balanced interplay between physical health and emotional satisfaction. Embracing these changes as part of our journey offers a powerful life lesson from the elderly, reminding us to nurture both body and soul through mindful and joyful routines that honor the natural ebb and flow of life. Reflect for a moment. Can you recall a particular habit from your younger days that brought you joy or stability, and think about how changes in that routine might have altered your experience of rest over the years? If you're still here, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If today's message touched something true in your life, just comment number 4 so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss what's next. This channel is a gentle space where experience matters, kindness is shared, and growing older means something. I'm truly grateful. Number 5, emotional and psychological restlessness. Sometimes waking up at 300 a.m. has less to do with the body and more to do with the mind. As we grow older, emotional layers that were once buried by the busyness of daily life can start to surface in the quiet of the night. These early morning hours, when the world is still and distractions are few, often become the stage where unspoken worries, regrets, or longings begin to stir. You may find yourself lying awake not because of noise or pain, but because your mind is quietly sorting through memories, unresolved thoughts, or subtle anxieties you didn't realize were still with you. This kind of restlessness is different from the full-blown anxiety that might strike in youth. It's quieter, more reflective. It can feel like a soft hum in the background, a sense that something is unsettled, even if you can't quite name it. The mind, when not actively engaged, often reaches backward into old relationships, past decisions, losses endured, or words left unsaid. And because the body is no longer rushing from one responsibility to another, there's space for those thoughts to echo a little louder. It's also important to recognize that loneliness can play a role here. For many older adults, social circles shrink with time, children move away, friends become busy, and routines change. While the daytime might be filled with activity, nighttime brings a stark awareness of that emotional gap. For example, consider Gloria, who's 80 and widowed. During the day, she stays busy tending her garden, calling her grandchildren, and watching her favorite shows. But around 300 a.m., she often finds herself awake, her thoughts returning to moments she shared with her late husband, or to worries kept tucked away during the daylight hours. At first, she thought something was wrong with her sleep, but over time, she came to understand that her early waking wasn't about sleep at all. It was her heart asking to be heard, to be supported. Gloria started keeping a small journal by her bed. When she wakes up, she sometimes writes down whatever's on her mind, nothing fancy, just a few honest thoughts. She also added a quiet evening ritual, like listening to soft music or writing a short note to a friend. These little acts of reflection and connection gave her emotions a gentle outlet, easing her mind and helping her return to sleep more peacefully. Now pause for a moment. What memory from your own life brings you comfort during those quiet early hours? Is there a moment when a smile, a familiar lullaby, or a shared conversation filled you with warmth and hope? Final thoughts. As we come to the end of our time together today, I invite you to take a moment of quiet reflection on all that we've discussed. What spoke most gently to your heart? Was it the realization that your body's internal clock is shifting, those subtle hints of changes in your health, or perhaps the deeper emotional call that only appears in the quiet moments of the early morning? Each of the reasons we've shared offers a special way to understand those wake-ups at 300 a.m., not as something broken, but as a sign of a body and mind that are still lively, still attentive, and always adapting to the journey of life. Rather than viewing these early morning wake-ups as troubles or nuisances, consider them a kind whisper from within, little messages asking you to care more gently for yourself, to notice your habits and to listen to your heart. You are not alone in this. Many of us share these experiences, and there is great strength to be found in understanding what our bodies are telling us. With that understanding comes the courage to make small, meaningful adjustments for better sleep, more comfort, and a deeper, more compassionate connection with ourselves. Thank you for spending this time with us today. If you see yourself in any of these reflections, remember that you're not simply growing older, You're evolving. With this evolution comes the wonderful opportunity to rest more deliberately, to care for yourself with kindness, and to wake each morning with a fresh sense of peace and understanding. If you found these insights helpful, please share with us in the comments one thing that resonated with you and how you plan to use it in your own life. Your thoughts and stories truly inspire us and create a strong, supportive community. And if you enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue to create valuable and uplifting content for everyone. As the old saying reminds us, do not regret growing older. It is a privilege denied to many. May this thought warm your heart and guide you gently on your journey.